As soon as they pray, when chicken say, go holy, oh, it's a gossip. As soon as they pray, when chicken say, go holy, oh, it's a gossip.
It's about music. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands or the right authority. They can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated is the company to meet all your petroleum needs. We are one of Liberia's leading importers and distributor of petroleum products on the Liberian market. We are fully capacitated to deliver your petroleum and diesel products anywhere in Liberia. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, we do rental of dump trucks, tanker trucks, heavy equipment, D8, front loader, excavator. Our clearing and forwarding agency is fast, reliable, and can deliver your goods on time. Mayoba and Sons have improved the quality of reconstituted distributions and importation by financial institutions empowerment. Our head offices are located at the Garnersville Town Hall Junction on Barnesville Road and Freeport Sigma Compound on the Bushwa Island. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0886 512 379, 0777 512 379, or 0777 255 030, or email us Mayoba, MAYOUBAHS @yahoo.com, or visit our website www.mayobaliberia.com. Our mission is to keep petroleum on the Liberian market stable, effective, and efficient. Our vision is that our presence be felt in the 15 counties with outstanding commitment. Mayoba and Sons, Liberia's pride.
Robbie, why you taking it?
said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LRD market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide it. So we start to talk. Come on, so going deep and deeper. Put in total Ichiki. Be that living sense in her.
When chicken say Kogolioko, it's a gossip. When chicken say Kogolioko, it's a foxy. Dawa every day activities. Dawa every day activities. Dawa every day activities. Dawa every day activities. Dawa every day.
A pleasant good morning and welcome to the program from the Print News on Freedom FM 87.9 this beautiful and lovely Tuesday, the 19th of December 2023. And the year is gradually fading. Just a few more days to go. How many more days to go? Approximately 12 to 18 more days to 2024. So
Right.
as we all gear up for the new year, people now got to be sensitive because we are at the climax of 2023. So as you go about your day's activities, we want to wish you God's blessings. And please, this is the time of the year that people will have to stay away from temptation and all of that. But Esther, how are you this morning?
I'm okay. Good morning, Wendell. Good morning to all of you listening. It's good to be back. Today is Tuesday, compliment of the season.
Yeah, somebody said countryman of the season.
I know, right?
Yeah. So like I was saying, we into the festive season and a few more days to 2024. So, at this time of the year, you have to be very sensitive, all right? Because there are people who just don't care.
Mm-hmm.
They even know that we're coming to get into New Year. So they get doing everything. They won't rush with stuff and do. No, when you do it like that, you get crushed. Take your time as we go through the year, because there are people out there that will bring temptation your way.
Exactly.
So the best you can do is to stay away from them. They say trouble ain't low for man low for trouble. So somebody will just come and act stupid. They want to put you into a problem that you will end up regretting. So the best thing to do is to avoid them. People will say things into your face. Avoid them. People will step on your toes. Avoid them. That's the best thing to do, because this part of the year is very sensitive. Most especially, we like to caution our drivers. We like to caution our drivers. Those of you driving on major highways, those of you driving in the city center, please be very careful, because those lives that you are taking are very, important to their respective families. So drivers, is not advisable that you drink alcohol and drive. Don't drink alcohol and drive. Because you say, I'm master of my game. That my first time drinking alcohol to drive? No. Because you never know whether the next man is under the influence of something.
Mhm.
So that over speeding, that overtaking, this part of the year, you have to be sensitive. People leave their homes in the morning, give their day to God.
Mhm.
All right. They want to come out to fetch food for their family and other things.
Exactly.
Some of them are, just they're only dependent. So when you take away their life, you know what's going to happen? You break down their entire family.
A whole family.
So let's be careful. Let's pray that we all will enter into 2024 and get prepared for a new leadership of Liberia. All right. So we want to say good morning again. 16 minutes past 11 o'clock is the time check in our studio. And so we have some stories we're going to be sharing with you from the Front Page Africa online version. And the, what do you have? I know the Daily Observer, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So let's see. Well, let's run to some stories. Let's take our very first story. Let's take this story here. It says here, President Weah's request for extension of session appears to be futile. All right. Let me see. This is not the first story I want to take this morning. Okay, here is the story. Yes, I'm there. All right. It says here, President Weah swears Liberian diplomat at Washington embassy that voted against Israel-Gaza ceasefire resolution. And it says here, outgoing president responds to Liberia's vote at the UN in favor of Israel. Palestine Wall says a Liberian at the embassy wanted to be wicked, but the vote is reversed.
Mhm.
Who's sabotaging President Weah is a question. President George Weah has distanced himself from the December 12 vote in which Liberia, along with Israel and 8 other countries, stood against a resolution calling for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. Liberia was the only African country to vote against the resolution, which passed with 153 votes in favor, 10 against, and 23 abstentions. However, on Sunday, President Weah told members of his Fokiklon Drade Family Fellowship Church that he never instructed the vote against the ceasefire. He claimed that a wicked Liberian working at the Liberian embassy in Washington voted contrary to the stance of the government. According to President Weah, before the voting process, he had written to the Israeli government through its embassy in Ghana, informing them that although Liberia sees Israel as an ally, it would not support war in Gaza. It stressed the need for Israel to consider a ceasefire for the sake of humanity. President Weah did not mention the name of the Liberian official at the embassy who switched Liberia's vote, but stated that this person would face the wrath of God. A wicked person in the embassy, when they told us to vote, that person, whatever the date, that Liberian that voted for war is a wicked Liberian, and God would not spare that person and every person's life that was taken in that war because of that person voted or vote. They will also feel the wrath of the true living God. President Weah said. He, however, said he had instructed the Minister of Foreign Affairs, D. Maxwell Kimia, to rescind the vote. They voted wrongly, but we are going to fix it, and our vote will be with the votes of the countries that call for diplomacy and not war. Whether or not you were doing it because you believe that George Weah is leaving now, let us give him a negative image. You are wasting your time, he said. President Weah also clarified that his decision not to vote in line with Israel is not an indication that he is going against America, Israel's strongest ally. The vote is not against America. I have always voted for America, voted for anything they wanted. I have never gone against the United States because I have no reason to go against the United States. We have a doctrine that the United States is our ally, and the friends of our ally are our allies. So we vote for them when necessary, he said. However, he noted that being a former peace ambassador with the United Nations, who worked towards bringing the Liberian War to an end, there was no way he could support war in another country. There is no way that I, George Mane Wekugbe Weah, would make sure that people go to war. Then why were we stopping war here for? He asked rhetorically. President Weah also called on members of his party, the Coalition for Democratic Change, CDC, to reflect on the just ended election and acknowledge that they lost the election because there was no unity among them. If you guys would not come to a conclusion and say that we lost the election because we went against each other, then you all got a serious problem, he asserted. He insinuated that there are people within the party who have been working to tarnish his popularity and ensure that he does not recontest on the ticket of the CDC in 2029. You don't need to sabotage me. If you want something from me, if you don't want me to be the leader in 2029, all you go to do is to come to me and say, my man, this is not for you. Give it to John. I would say, all right, let's John go, he said. He referenced the 2011 elections where he stepped aside as the standard bearer of the CDC and agreed to go as the running mate to Councillor Winston Tubman, who was not a member of the CDC. Don't waste your time. You are fighting the wrong person, he emphasized. And that's the story there. Let's take another story. Raising concerns over Weah-led government acceptance of US $37 million from concession company without legislative ratification. And this story says U.S. presidential aspirant Roland Rabot criticizes the grounds for visa restriction on Finance Minister Samuel Twe. We were talking about this thing yesterday, so let's see what it says here. All right, U.S. presidential aspirant Roland Rabot criticizes the grounds for visa restriction on Finance Minister Samuel Twe. U.S. presidential aspirant Rabot condemned the recent sanctions imposed by the United States on Liberian officials, particularly Finance Minister Samuel Twe. The sanctions, which include a lifetime ban on travel to the U.S. and the use of the U.S. financial banking system, were met with strong opposition from Rabot, who accused the U.S. of perpetuating a cycle of systematic and institutional corruption. Rabot criticized the grounds for the sanctions, highlighting that Twe's alleged favoritism towards the Liberian company ArcelorMittal over the American company High Power Exploration Incorporated, HPX, led to the punitive measures. He argued that punishing officials for prioritizing natural interests, that's national interests, over foreign enterprises, sets a dangerous precedent and undermines the sovereignty of nations. The presidential hopeful went on to express solidarity with outraged members of the Liberian American community who, in response to the sanctions, are considering renouncing their U.S. citizenship. According to Roberts, these individuals feel embarrassed by what they perceive as unwarranted interference in Liberia's internal affairs. My office was contacted by angry Liberian Americans that hold dual citizenship, ready to renounce their hard-earned U.S. citizenship over the blatant corruption and greed displayed by these unwarranted sanctions. They are embarrassed to Americans. They are embarrassed to be Americans on this day, he stated. Roberts asserted that in the contemporary global landscape, such measures are no longer effective tools of diplomacy. He pointed out that the diminishing power of the US dollar and the growing influence of other currencies and alliances, including BRICS, which he believes erode the impact of sanctions and drive business away from the United States. There is no perfect country. There is no country where corruption does not exist. As Esther, this is aspirant in the United States speaking.
Yeah.
There is no perfect country. There is no country where corruption does not exist. What makes America different is that she is the world leader and has been held up as the gold standard, the Christian nation, the beacon of hope and the better tomorrow for the rest of the world. But American corruption is no longer a single random act. Rather, it is ingrained into the administrative state's protocol as a matter of standard procedure, he stated. And then let's take this final paragraph. The presidential candidate passionately pledged to prioritize Americans' interests, vowing to favor domestic companies and investments in U.S. enterprises. He criticized what he described as a culture of corruption ingrained in the U.S. administrative state, contrasting it with the image of America as a beacon of hope and a global leader. Robert promised to lift many existing sanctions if elected president, advocating for a departure from what he sees as an antiquated and ineffective weighting of power for world dominance. And so far, so good. Those are stories from the online version of the Front Page Africa newspaper. And then lastly, let's take our final story. Okay, let's take our final story. Yes, this is our final story. And let's get to this one. All right. Oh, this internet has started again. All right, let's get to it. President-elect Joseph Boakai meets with U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for African Affairs, Molly Fee. President-elect Joseph Boakai had a meeting on Monday with Molly Fee, the United States Assistant Secretary of State for African Affairs. During the meeting, the president-elect discussed his deliverables and reaffirmed his commitment to supporting integrity institutions. Front Page Africa gathered that Ambassador Boakai in his discussion expressed a strong commitment to working towards restoring Liberia's international image. Additionally, President-elect Boakai met with the Sanctions Committee, engaging in a lengthy discussion on his anti-corruption measures. The meeting with Molly is part of a series of meetings scheduled for the president-elect this week in Washington. According to his itinerary, President-elect Boakai would meet with the Corporate Council of Africa sponsor program with the U.S. business leaders on Tuesday. He will also meet with officials of the United States Department of Treasury. Also on Tuesday, Boakai is scheduled to meet with the Chief Executive Officer of the Millennium Challenge Corporation, Alice Albright. On Wednesday, Boakai will meet with the U.S. representative to the United Nations, Ambassador Linda Thomas Greenfield. So far, so good. This is where we stop from the online version of the Front Page Africa newspaper. We send controls now to Esther for more developments.
All right, this morning on my decks, I'm going to be reading you from the online version of the Daily Observer because there are lots of important stories here to be followed. And one of the top stories says pathologist reports conflict over identity of Chalu Musu's murderer. Pathologist reports conflict over identity of Chalu Musu's murderer. And of course, I believe that we all have interest still in this story. Let's take some lines from it. Reports of divergent accounts have emerged from pathologists involved in the autopsy inquest into the alleged murder of Chalu Musu, who was found dead in the home of her foster mother, Councillor Gloria Musu's court. The testimony provided by Liberian forensic pathologist Dr. Benedict Coley, who served as a prosecution reporter witness, contradicted the findings of another pathologist, Dr. Matthias Okoye, during the trial on Monday, December 18. Dr. Coley asserted that the gender of Chalu's killer could not be definitely established, while Dr. Okoye maintained that evidence he uncovered during the forensic examination indicated the perpetrator was male. This discrepancy arose because Dr. Coley initially suggested that the murderer was female. However, when he attempted to disprove Okoye's statement about a female perpetrator, Coley acknowledged that multiple individuals had come into contact with Chalu's body, potentially leading to a transfer of DNA from those individuals onto her body. The late Chalu Musu came in contact with many people, some of whom touched her and others may have backed her. In the process, many parts of her body, including her extremities, both hands and feet, came into contact, potentially leading to the exchange of her DNA on parts of her body, Cody said. Coley emphasized that his testimony was based on the police forensic reports, as it was the police pathologist who preferred the autopsy, not himself, he said in response to defense lawyers' questioning. It was the police pathologist who conducted the autopsy on Chalu and not me, he said. Coley attributed the contamination of Chalu's body prior to his examination to individuals who had touched her without proper personal protective equipment. On a normal medical practice, during the conduct of laboratory examination or autopsy, it is medically adequate or professional for those within the premises of the examination to have on their PPEs to include hand gloves, he said. We would like to stop you here. You can grab a copy to go deeper, or you can visit the online version of the Daily Observer. And more stories here. Speakership race intensifies on Capitol Hill. That's one of the stories here. Farmers want AG, that's Agriculture Minister Cooper retained. Farmers wants Agriculture Minister retained. That's one of the stories right here. Let's look up more. This one says teaching residents angry over NDC's failure to certificate G1. That's one of the stories here. Developments or amelioration is not the responsibility of the government alone. And that's one of the stories here. Also, this morning, LMDA provides free surgical operations in Ganta. That's good news. Laco says president received Best Teacher Award. And that's one of the top stories here this morning on today's presentation. I think Wendell, so far so good. These are all of the stories we have.
Okay,
This is
let's.
old.
These are all
18.
stories,
Yeah.
right? Liberia's Liberia's development on amelioration is not the responsibility of the government alone. You care to run us through that story, Esther?
Right. Let's take some lines from the story. Liberia's development or amelioration is not the responsibility of the government alone. It says the development or improvement of any nation Liberia, with no exception, is not the sole responsibility of the government, but the citizens as well. As a government has its part to play in the developmental drives of the state, so the citizens have their part to play. In other words, for any country to develop and improve, the collective efforts of the government and the citizens are needed. While the government duties are to provide social services and security, listen to the citizens, place the interest of the citizens above their personal interest by passing laws and concessions in the interest of the citizens, seek the well being of all the citizens and not some. The citizens too have to be patriotic, law abiding, and serve as whistleblowers wherever they find themselves. Patriotism, which is a feeling of love, devotion, and a sense of attachment to one's country, is the key responsibility of every citizen. With patriotism, citizens place the love for their country above self-seek and the interest of the country in every given situation. For patriots are known for their unconditional loyalty and love for their country and feel honored and proud to be its citizens. With patriotism, citizens participate in elections, pay their taxes, protect their country, and prevent any damages that may jeopardize the peace and stability of the country. Patriotism is of cardinal importance in advancing national unity, preserving national identity and pride, encouraging civic engagement, and driving national progress and development. Remember, while nationalism places emphasis on the inheritance of language and cultural unity, patriotism places more emphasis on values, beliefs, and with the aim of achieving law for country. Ego as the government strive to provide social services and security for its citizens, in addition to other responsibilities, the citizens, on the hand, have to exercise patriotism for national development and improvement. In addition to being patriotic, citizens have the moral obligation to be law abiding and live within the confines of the laws of the nation. To be law abiding is to obey the laws of the state, avoid any act that the law does not allow. When citizens are law abiding, everyone in the country feels safe, including foreigners who reside within its borders. Similarly, a law abiding state increases the chances and opportunities for investments and other developmental initiatives, thereby creating more employment opportunities and buoying the economy. However, on the contrary, when the citizens of the state are not law abiding, lawlessness takes over the developments. Takes over and developments are stalled and investors are scared away, thereby suppressing the economy and the citizens themselves live in fears and uncertainty. I think that's where we want to stop, Wendell. Let's send controls back to you.
Thank you very much, Esther, for the online version of the Daily Observer newspaper. We're going to take our usual break. We'll come back, we take our talking points, and then we gauge the views of those of you following us on our online platform and those of you listening by your radio. So let's go and take our break, like I said, and we will be right back here with more beautiful information for you on today's edition of the program from the Print News.
It's about music. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand for the right authority. Really can't take care of it. Crime stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a you must take enemy, you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You my part to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated is the company to meet all your petroleum needs. We are one of Liberia's leading importers and distributor of petroleum products on the Liberian market. We are fully capacitated to deliver your petroleum and diesel products anywhere in Liberia. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, we do rental of dump trucks, tanker trucks, heavy equipment, D8, front loader, excavator. Our clearing and forwarding agency is fast, reliable, and can deliver your goods on time. Mayoba and Sons have improved the quality of reconstituted distributions and importation by financial institutions empowerment. Our head offices are located at the Garnersville Town Hall Junction on Barnesville Road and Freeport Sigma Compound on the Bushra Island. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0886 512 379, 0777 512 379, or 0777 255 or email us Mayoba ayoubahs or visit our website www.mayobaliberia.com. Our mission is to keep petroleum on the Liberian market stable, effective, and efficient. Our vision is that our presence be felt in the 15 counties with outstanding commitment. Mayoba and Sons, Liberia's pride.
Abby, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
He said, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, some current plenty pop. Put it to each.
Folks, many thanks to you for rejoining us on the program from the Pre-News on Freedom FM 87.9. All right, just before we go into our talking points, I'd like to bring in our USA partner, U-Turn Nicholas Dapana Smith. U-Turn, good morning and welcome. Dapana, you got to unmute yourself.
Mr. Nimlen, how are you? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Esther. Good morning, the peace loving people of Mama Liberia. I'm doing good. It's a brand new day here in California, and it's good to be back on the program from the pre-news.
So if you didn't get the link on time, it means that Esther is at fault. All right. So you must share all the blame on her.
I'll charge her for DR.
Yeah, different intention.
Yeah.
So my man, since you got back, now how's everything?
Well, we tell God thank you. You know, this country, when you're not around for a long period of time, when you come back, you got stockpiles of bills, you know. So that's why I'm trying to, I'm confronted with those now. And, you know, that's the reason why this Christmas I'm not sending anybody Christmas, because I'm in Liberia. So those of you that enjoy me being in the country, you got to suffer the consequences. Yeah. Mr. Nime, Esther, we're chilling together there, you know, so like, hey, there's no Christmas for nobody because I got stockpiles of bills.
Myself, I'm not chilling, yo. You know, I believe you are chilling here, biggie. Don't put me in your chilling thing.
Yeah, but we're doing good, you know. As long as there's left, there's hope.
So true. But anyway, I know you've been following the program from its onset. What are some of the stories we read that really caught your attention? You care to share with us?
Yeah. I think one story that caught my attention, and I think I also listened to our dynamic president, President George Manuel Weah, who was forever remain in our hearts and our minds. He spoke about the decision taken by Liberia against peace in Israel. And he said that he made a position very clear. He said that before that vote was taken, he spoke with the foreign minister. He gave Liberia position. And what the president said is very logical. This is a man, he's a man of peace. We remember during our time of our 14 years of civil unrest, President, we are one of those calling for peace in Liberia. So how will he now go against peace? Because the resolution that was decided upon, it was calling on a humanitarian position. Like peace should come in for the humanitarian sake. Because you got children dying, you got innocent children dying over there. Israel, they are not targeting the main area. They're hitting her and they're killing innocent civilians over there. Children dying, parents dying, people dying. So I think it was a need for that humanitarian decision to be taken for the sake of peace, for the ceasefire to come. So Liberia went and voted against that. That was wrong. And President Weah said it will be reversed. I really don't know who is that ambassador that went ahead and voted along with the United States. If you look at that thing, when you're Liberia, the only African country that voted. African country, that was sad. And this is not the first time. And I really don't know why President Weah is speaking now. This is not the first time. That's the same way. I don't know, it was on the instruction of the foreign minister. Liberia went and voted against China again. He voted against China. Just because they wanted to support America. And you look at that thing again, only Liberia, the only African country that did that. That's the reason why you see all the Chinese projects, they didn't go on, because China was angry. So I think that we should stop. Liberia is a sovereign nation. Liberia is an independent country. You cannot be making decisions based on other people. No. That's the thing now. We've been going through here now. The people can just jump out, they just do things, and they will start complaining. We can't be doing that. You gotta respect the leader.
Exactly. And so to be frank with you, I don't think that person who did that is a patriot, because you cannot get instruction from your bosses. Look, we should go this way, and then behind the backs of your bosses, you went and go the other way. I think that person is not a patriot.
That was sad.
President Weah will never vote for war. Never.
No.
President Weah would never vote for war because this is the very president, like you said, during the heat of the civil war in Liberia. This is the man who left, his comfort zone and came under the bullets and rockets, to encourage our young brothers and sisters to put down the arms and get reintegrated into society. So why would this very president today coming up to say that let the war in Israel, in the Gaza continue? Because I don't see the logic. This man has always been kicking against, war. Look, just recently, President Weah said it. The people who will vote against me, when they're going home, they should go home in peace. The people who will vote for me, when they're going home, they must go in peace. Right. All right? So you see the way the elections went.
He said it that same day. He said that rumors going around and people said that our pressure to make the decision I made against the election. And he said, those of you who thinking that way, shame on you guys. That would think that George Weah will be pressure to make decision on peace. President Weah informed us when he came to the UN. He told the UN, even when he spoke to the US African Summit, he told them, he said the election we're going for, if I don't win, the Liberian people's decision will be respected. And that's just what he did. So I don't know why people passing around in the opposition, because they say in the opposition saying that, oh, he was forced. That's the thing they're running around with. And I know that President Weah, he wasn't forced. He wasn't.
Well, let me just tell you something. Let me just tell you something, and the rest of the folks listening. Look, the decision that President Weah took in no other African countries, no president in other African countries will want to concede that defeat so easily with the magic. With the magic. Can you imagine you who are the incumbent and somebody who come in and want to beat you with just 20%? Look.
Yeah, 1.something%.
That's why the president said. That's why the president said, look, people should stop thinking that the election and blah 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 blah. We have lost the election. We need to get this. We need to get that into our head that these elections, we've lost it. So we need to start rethinking how to reform our party. Then for us to still be, with that perception, the election has come and gone. So this president, this person who is in that American embassy, who was instructed to not vote for Israel or to vote for war, that person went and voted. Those are some of the people that we said were, planted in the government to undermine. Like the same thing we are saying relative to Amara Kone. Amara Kone was elected as a senator. He's not going to be a minister. No. All right? He's going to be a government official from the level of the legislature. So coming up to tell us to manage our expectation, but I don't think that manage our expectation for seditions.
No way.
Because the thing you say, President Weah didn't do, that you voted President Weah out. Nobody managing. You got to come and do it.
The 49% of us will not manage our expectation, because you guys assure us that y'all are going to rescue us. You know what I mean, to rescue.
So
how you go on and see people drowning? You go to rescue them. They say y'all manage, y'all be there. Here. We coming. What's that? We already drowning. We dying. Then you say we'll manage. We'll get to manage.
And I don't know, but from what I'm seeing here is damaging that this Amara Kone and Liberia, this country. Look, Liberia, if this country we can't stand, look, we say we are a sovereign nation, oldest African republic, and we are backwards in terms of infrastructural and you just name it. But the kind of way we are proceeding in our country, if we can't stand up for ourselves as a sovereign nation, this country will remain like this. I'm sorry to say, but the way how things are going, people are fighting one another because of hate. Because you are not there, the other person is there. So I don't understand. How can a nation grow with division? Esther, how can a nation grow when there's serious division?
That's not going to happen.
Can you imagine? The president, the outgoing president, right? The outgoing president. I don't know, for other people who had, opportunity to come around president and stuff. But this other president, I don't know. The man is so much down to earth.
Right. I'm a witness.
Yeah. What kind of president you would see? You would just be in the midst of people that, he just like that. You're having fun together. You're doing everything. He doesn't see himself, as that kind of person.
Right after the man got defeated, the man gathered with his people, then he was playing the drum.
Yeah.
Beating the drum, sinking and other things like nothing happened.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So that's complete undermining what that person went and voted against what we voted against our position. You think President? Look,
and we know. I think that person favor they're looking for. I'm sure that decision came from American and United Party people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. My man, we've been saying this time with our numbers that there are people who have been into the system, that have been undermining the system internationally, and that person is one. You think you are doing it to President Weah? No, because you think President Weah is an outgoing president. So he gave you instruction, you don't want to take the instruction. That's a disrespect to your boss. And any other person who will endorse that, who will celebrate that, watch out, your time is coming.
Of course.
Your time is coming. Mm-hmm. Look, Esther, we're not praying. Look, that biblical thing about Israel and all of that. My issue here with that war in the Gaza, the human life that have been taken on a daily basis. Can you imagine babies dying when these are kids that you're supposed to be protecting? Go to the war zone, target the folks at the war zone, but you are targeting, civilian areas.
And Wendell, these are the kind of wars that cannot end, because if these kids grow up tomorrow, they grow up with hatred in their heart for that country.
Exactly. And that's exactly what that the humanitarian aspect our president said, we gotta vote for peace.
Definitely. And these people, they are doing indiscriminate bombardment until they went ahead the other day where the hostages are. They bombed that place and 3 hostages that Israelis. So to tell you that the way they carry on the war is wrong. We're not against Israel. We will always hail Israel. We will always respect Israel. Israel is a holy land. You leave a minister today, I won't go Israel. But the fact of the matter is that you can't be carrying on such killing. People losing a life, innocent people. Hamas just controlling certain part of Gaza, but you just bumping all over the place until you just injuring lives. They were talking about humanitarian or calling for peace on humanitarian ground or ceasefire on humanitarian ground. Then somebody, that wicked person in our embassy, they can go say, "Oh no, the war will continue."
The war will
continue. We have to say, "War unto them, war unto that person,
war unto them." You will feel the wrath of God. So. I mean, look, folks, this is Liberia. We are waiting for January 22 when the new government takes a seat. All right? We are waiting. I'm not going to manage my expectation.
Nobody.
That's how you're going to manage your expectation?
No,
are you?
No.
Okay, so we're not going to manage our expectation because you said you got the solution to all the problems in this country. You see, when you come there, the issue of road business would be something of the past. The issue of garbage collection would be something of the past. So we want to see, like I said, I'm not going to wish anybody evil. But what we want to see happening is the good thing. The right things must happen. And if President Weah is listening, Mr. President, if you are listening, most of those projects you need to dedicate them. If they are not completed, Mr. President, you still need to dedicate them, because that's going to be your legacy. So like the Redemption Hospital, like other areas, like the portion of the Rappersfield Highway, that 45-kilometer road, you need to dedicate a portion of that. And I'm told something like that is in the making. The Presidential Beach Project, at the PHP, these are all tangibles, and the renovation of the Detour High, sports page.
Right.
So the president needs to dedicate all of these projects before he leaves office. Even if the project is not 100% completed, the president still needs to dedicate it, so that will go down to, history that, it was under this president, so President, you have to do it. But let's go to the phone lines. We're talking about the decision taken by, some folks at the American embassy who went and voted against the
we know the Liberian embassy.
Yeah,
the Liberian embassy
in the United States, right?
Yeah.
So they went and voted against Liberia's position when the president of Liberia instructed the Minister of Foreign Affairs, look, we got to vote for peace. Tell our people to vote for peace. Peace is what we want between Israel and the Palestinians. That's why we want peace. Don't vote for war. Vote for peace. That person did not listen to the president's instruction. That person went and voted for war, which did not go down well with His Excellency Dr. George Manawia. So the president now is saying to that person, because you think I'm outgoing now, because you think I'm leaving the presidency, so you want to disrespect me. After working under my instruction for 6 years, today you don't want to take instruction from me, but I leave you with your conscience.
Right.
You will be judged. You're going to feel the wrath of God just by you supporting, people dying. You're going to feel the wrath of God. So those of you listening to Esther and I together with Akpana, we are going to open up the phone lines. Call us on 0776 104 104 0886 500 104 0886. That's plus 231 86 500 104. And we are also hearing that Amara Conan, who told the sanction committee, and they have all kinds of things to say, have a farm for $7 million farm in Bapolo. And he have a home in Philadelphia that cost $3 million, and his EU 13 million also told the World Bank sorry for being sacked for incompetence. Oh wow! So we have to research this information about Amara Conan, that he has a farm valued $7 million in Bapolo, and he bought a house in Philadelphia for $3 million. And also the $13 million, that money that was given by, the European Union, all that money, where did it go? So like we are saying, if they want to come with audit, they got to go as far back as 2005. But let's go to the line and take our very first caller. Good afternoon and welcome to the Pre-News. Hello? Hello? Hello, caller, are you there? Hello? Caller, are you there? Okay, let's take you. Hello?
Well, good morning, Bro Wendell, and good morning to our guests. So how are you?
Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome. Tell us your name, sir, and where you join us from.
Yeah, thank you. This is the people's governor. The most talk about this term Governor Adamso Isaac. And I join you for my comfort district from the Oro.
Okay, let's hear your contribution, Adamso.
Yeah, thank you. Sometimes you see some of us being silent and quiet on the media for a while. It's just so it baffles all about the way some of our people we call leaders some of the decisions that they can take. Sometimes we can really wonder whether the school they went to or which way they use. Because if your leader gives you a message, knowing very well the kind of country we are, and you know, President, we are with his humanitarian heart, kind of God-fearing leader we have, knowing very well that war is not good. Some of our year was small to the age we are now. We know what is war, and we tasted it. We know how it looks like. So for any reason, we are not disrespecting Israel or neither disrespecting America, because America will remain our godfather. But the problem there was that,
and that's exactly what was said by the president, that he has always voted for America. So because of the long time, you know, tie the two countries shared.
Yeah, you see, so that was the president's position. Look, President, why it's true that some of us we are in tears, but you're leaving the presidency. There are so much you brought to us as Liberians and citizens of this country, or some of us as young people. We open our eyes. This is the man that will open our eyes on voting, and he was the one that brought pride to this nation today. Look at the kind of decision that somebody could disrespect a leader and vote. You got your children. You will be happy for people to pull and go on their head and running around when you watch that guys. That's when you know what the people are going through already. You will share here. Then the president gave you a minute. You go and do your own thing. I like the way the president did it. And he didn't go to no other political ground, but it was in the church that he released that technical something. God will no, there are something when you do, history will remember you. And to the other issue, these people shouldn't tell us to manage expectation. These people will not get all angry.
Okay, Adam, so
I come in before I wrap up. No need to manage expectation. This expectation, you already get all a hard. That's why you're poor against the outgoing government. So the expectation now, the back already let it win 1,000 or 750. Then the other one, they must just be on a low level. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. So let's take you this person. Hello.
Hey, how are you? How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Tell us your name and where you join us from.
Let me say hi to Esther and my brother Dakpana. This is Edmond Carr and I call from Tuporo.
Edmond, it's good having you on the show this afternoon. Let's hear you in a minute.
Yeah, thank you. You know, this is what we've been seeing. You know, these guys were planted in our government to destroy. They said they were destroying the president of Liberia. You know, because I don't see where in the world that you get instructions to your honor man to do something and then to go. Because when I heard that thing, I was shocked.
Mm-hmm.
You know, looking at what the president has done, especially been working with a very United Nation, you know, to restore peace in Liberia, you know, to go against that decision. I knew that something was going to come up, you know, but as he said, move on to them. Whatsoever that they did to undermine themselves, they say he was the one that they were undermining, God will punish them, you know. But we are here, okay, because and when we talk about money expectations, no, nothing. Somebody is drowning, you go to rescue them, you're not considering anything. All you need to do is to bring them on shore to make sure that and do what you're supposed to do for them. So nobody not going to be the spokesperson here. So if he want to be in the executive now, then he resign. He's right. He can resign and get into the executive and why? Because everything he joined on it, when the other one come, he joined it, the other one come, he joined it.
Okay.
When the party for our friend here. So we're not going to manage anything.
Thank you.
Keep their feet to the fire.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your contribution, Edmund. Let's take this person. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to the pre-news on Freedom FM. My name is Wendell. What is yours?
I'm Joseph Sando calling from Relic.
Let's hear you, Joe. You have 60 seconds.
Okay. You know, we advised the president in the past that people around you were destroying us. Meaning support us. Down how they support us than us. That stood by the president. Up to today, we still stand by the president. And there's the same thing they're doing. Just respecting the nation president where he cannot even turn power over. I mean, they're doing it to themselves. Under no condition they can bring this president down. Just here. The man have built his character over the past years, and his character going to remain.
That's true.
Even people from our party, officials of our party, betray themselves. All they thought they were going to betray Joshua. Can you imagine? These people betray themselves as soon as we took over. They betray their policy. Some of us no longer nothing to them. They respect respected us from the start of our regime up to the end. They respected people that brought into relevance.
Okay.
They thought and the president warned them. The president told them that I gave you people relevant. I appointed you people. You help your brothers, sisters in the community. They refused to do it.
Okay.
They thought they were doing it a job. They're not doing it a job. 2009 will bring it George here by.
No, that's 2029.
Yeah, 2029.
Yeah.
2029 will bring in the president back, and nobody's going to manage that in the court expectation here. We need this government, the incoming government, to improve our life.
Okay. Thank you.
We need it.
Thank you, my brother.
Has to do with expectation.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's take this person. Hello.
Winnie, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, my brother. Season greetings to you. Tell us your name and where you join us from.
Yeah, my name is J. Henry Nana, calling from Fennel.
Go ahead. 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you very much. I heard somebody talking about expectation. I don't know what other words expectation. I don't know why they were using the same expectation against President Weah. At the same time, they were keeping it in mind that somebody is going to come and manage expectation. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Nobody's going to manage expectation. And to that individual who is in the state, who I don't know where he is, I don't want to know where he is.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Somebody saying that we should manage expectation. I'm a corner umpire. I don't really know whether he's perplexed by he being the senator. He want to be a spokesperson for the Unity Party. I don't really know. But he should stop saying what he's saying because he's trying to make us angry. But I making the expectation to be lower. So that individual who is in the state, I don't know where he is. I don't want to know where they are. But tell God saying that the president already cursed that particular individual because that word is a curse. That the wrath of God will move and that wrath of God will not actually spare none of them, none of their family members. Because you slaughter people around the world, then you expect somebody who has been a peacemaker from the day his mother gave birth to him. That man capital will know it. Then you telling the man that he should go against Israel or against the peace that he's been keeping. Why should you be so angry? I mean, you be so wicked to the extent that him more blood, you can see him more blood like they're chicken. For what reason? But woe unto them, what the president said, and he said something, William, that the president should be able to actually dedicate all the projects that his hands ever went on, or his hands are on. Mm-hmm. Because if he doesn't do that, we will be victim mass battle guys coming up to complete those projects, and those projects will be in our needs.
Okay.
So then he tried to dedicate those projects more than our IRA and those projects that he needs.
Okay.
Then he try to do those are listening to us, are closer to him, that are advancing on that. Please, we're begging him.
All right, my brother. Thanks so much for your contribution. Let's take you. Good afternoon.
Yeah, how are you this morning?
Well, I'm fine this afternoon. We're past midday, so we're in the afternoon now. Are you calling from somewhere where you stay in the morning?
No, I think I'm from the borough, my man. No, it's by the water bank, so sometimes the weather looks so hard.
Oh, okay, I understand. Let's hear you.
From St. Paul Bridge. We're in the borough of Kutan, the only borough in West Africa.
Go ahead, let's hear you.
Actually, Rufus Tan, I was calling from St. John. I got an issue with the message from the chief.
What's the issue?
Okay. Liberia, if I said to be corrected, Liberia got voted for Israel in 1967 at the United Nations General Assembly for allowing Israel to be a nation under the United Nations. The vote was tied. The ambassador at the United Nations called to Monrovia with the foreign minister in consultation with the president. That when the instruction was given that you vote for the establishment of the state of Israel to be a nation. How did the woman work? Who nominated her? Who gave her the authority to vote? Was she in direct consultation with the foreign minister in voting? That's the question. So there are so many things that went on today. The president said people went within the inner circle that were not in his interest. Sending somebody in the United Nations is a very sensitive and diplomatic position. Someone who grew up with someone who you know the way they attitude, what they stand for when it comes to socialism and imperialism, when it comes to democracy. You're not just sending nobody because they're friend or your friend. No. You see what happened today? It has turned a reputation as a Nobel Peace Prize winner. That's why Liberia stand by Israel from day of birth to today. That why this country is blessed.
Okay. All right, then thanks. Let's take another person. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Wendell, and good afternoon to the peace-loving people of Mama Latira. My name is Wedmond Lee Masquerade. I'm joining you from FE Short Court, Godotown community.
Go ahead.
So,
let's hear you.
I want to say thank you for your platform this afternoon. I want to say thank you to your co-host Esther. You know, we're talking about people fed that we were making fun because people can say, "Oh, my man, you speaking? Why you know?" There are a lot of discussions in this government. You know, people benefited from them. We are talking about scrap and make them who they are today. And at the end of the day, to fuck the president. Can you imagine you will find a minister or director within your community? They don't want to relate to the same thing because President William can go everywhere. President William can go everywhere. President William put you somewhere to help somebody and leave for them to get somewhere. But you see, that was some of the example there. You get somebody as a president and somebody that appoint you, someone that put you on your family table, instructor, you say, don't do this. You say, no, you ask you to get on them because you see that the president is leading position. But I want to say to the Liberian people, I want to say to the region, power is still in the hands of the Magic Coalition of Democratic Change. Power is not leaving. We need to unite, as the president always say in his summary. We need to unite. We need to uphold together as a nation. That is the only way we'll be able to defeat this bunch of liars because they come to the Liberian people with too much of lies.
Okay.
And I get one opponent saying we should hold on to our expectations. Not for I will not hold on to my expectations. The matter of fact, still need to be increased. The matter of fact, the health sector need to be improved. The road, I think as a king can tell, it doesn't want to be here. You can't talk drought season, say you get on and the point another day. And because you know that drought season, so that day, we looking and drought season is a part of the road against every force. At certain area, I know in Nima County, he should face that road because the Nima people come with expectation with the fake and bloody liar with Senator Johnson. We work a lot with the Liberian people.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you to the Liberian people and thank you once again.
Thank you. Let's take you. Hello? 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 Oh, let me take another person. Hello?
How you doing, Big Wing?
I'm fine.
This is the right of Gibraltar. Johnny Hartman is my name, and I'm on you from Christopher Belleville.
Go ahead, Johnny. Let's hear your contribution. 1 minute.
For me, I think it was a front to our president that an honor man will disrespect the decision of the president. But the people from the genesis of the government, the people been disrespecting the government. So what do you think the president is going out? So, it is not strange that the president will release an order to the Liberian ambassador in America. Somebody go there and do their own thing. It is unfortunate. But God will expose these people that have been undermining this government. And God will show them out. Look, you can never victim my job where I go free. Trust me. There's a man, that guy, he's just not a human, he's a spirit. Anybody you think you victim my job where and you think you will go free, then woe to you. Thank you ever so much, B-Wing.
Thank you. Let me take this person and then go to our comments and read them out. Let's take you. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pop G.
Yeah, how is it, man?
My papa, all right, Pop G, it's good hearing from you, man. I missed your call the other day. You know, this election shot got everybody's stuff and you know, like that. So, but everything is all right now. How are you, old man?
Oh, I'm trying.
Good. Go ahead, Papa. Let's hear you.
The result from Nima is real. That result from Nima. So, my children, their moral is from Nima, they are in Nima. Some part of Nima, one person can vote 3 times a day, according to what?
We receive all of those information, PUBG, but it's over now. So let's just speak to this person who disrespected the president's position.
But I vote in a government that we use to crown a name of president, we are not listening to her. Like the minister of justice, number 1. police, let me say the managing director, MTA, those are people that undermine the government. And send it to the foreign ministry. For me, I don't trust Kemia. That makes just be making nobody. They are all conspiring against the government. We are both trusting him. But I have problem with him. Okay. And look, let me tell you, America, we the Liberians, we should stand strong. America destroyed the country for 14 years. If we are not careful, they are coming back again. Other countries can look at America and tell them to leave. But we Liberians can do it. Get in the street and march and that damn massive. Bring the people fly down and set it on fire and let them leave our country. The Liberians will not survive. I'm calling upon the youth. If there was a question, you are out there understand you don't fear no fun. Let them march on the embassy and tell you better to leave. If they don't leave, we'll start and share them all over the 13 countries. And America will never get there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pape PUBG. Thanks for your contribution. Let me go to the comments section and read them out. We got how many more minutes to be here? Approximately 9 more minutes. And so we can read a few comments on our Facebook Live. So let's see this one here from, this one from Emmanuel Yedu. Says, good afternoon. Vinicius Junior Bar is watching from Caldwell Junction. Kitile Tabagi says, good morning, the Freedom FM family and the peace-loving people of Liberia. I'm watching you from Maryland, USA. Willem Saki says, good afternoon, Freedom FM. I'm watching you from Logan Town. Juba Joseph, it says, our resources are at stake. HPX is a leak with the Bwaka UP. Tia Toby. All right, this message is for Esther. And Tia Toby says MJ Martin A. Dagoze. Says here, good morning, my Freedom family. I'm watching you from Caldwell, Lajo. Henry Dubon Hill says, good morning and thanks for the show, family. Thomas Manley says, I'm watching you from Vocal Mission community. And Richard N. Flomo says, hello, following you from Buchanan City, Grand Bassa County. There's one from Miata Stella Hearing. It says, we live to learn in order to learn. It says, we live to learn in order to learn to live better. All right, Benjamin, that's Darlington Road. Darlington Road says, good morning, watching you from Congo Town. Prince Yankwe Dolo, watching you from Nimba. Kitile Tabagi is following. Lawrence F. Pico is watching from the Old Road. VP Road Dwe Dite is watching from Minnesota, the USA. Sonji Stepter says, so everything must be everything must be on hold until after or January 22. So all the workers must go home and wait until or after January 22. I just don't understand. But Solomon Tour, my friend and brother, how are you? Solomon, I'm told you are following from Nashville, Tennessee. Liberia's politics is never about patriotism and nationalism. All right. It is always about individuals. That is why we are what we are. And regarding the vote to continue war in Gaza is all about a sign of influence from the U.S. It is the fourth branch of government in Liberia. All right. And this one from Patience Favor Coulon. It says, Colton. All right. Good afternoon. Following you from Caldwell. J. What name is this? Ganaji. It says we are ready against that decision. Even the United Nations is not for peace. They always want war. And Adaman Sony says, good afternoon, Freedom FM. I'm following you from Nima County, Sunny Koile City. And this one from D. Jala Nepe. The decision taken by His Excellency was not a mistake. Former President Williams V.S. Tubman and the same in 1944. So this is our own time to witness it again in the same place this caller, this texter is mentioning. Satu Kamara Civilized Mandingo Girl is following from it says, good afternoon, brother. Liberia people cry, it says. And this one from okay, so far so good. The rest of you, I think you are all watching from different areas. And so we just going to squeeze in 3 more calls and then we leave from here. So let's take our last 3 callers. Callers on 0776 104 104 086 500 104. Let's talk to you. Hello.
Hello, brother Nimene.
How are you?
Hello? I wish to talk to you. I saw that quiet time on Sunday, but I couldn't get you. Call.
Okay.
Say your late brother John T. Davis. We haven't been able to see you.
Okay.
How are you, Esther?
Esther is fine. You didn't tell us your name and where you calling from.
My name is Alice Chala. I come from Center Street.
Okay, Alice, it's good having you. Let's hear your contribution.
Well, brother Nimle, I always say America has exposed herself.
Okay.
Looking down on Liberia, our country, which is not even on the map. To see our country on that map is very hard. What a shame America has done so. Yeah, looking at our president, this president who thought to say, I would take my heart and make for we Liberians to work together as one. That we want to come in. From the days, if you can follow his story, they are always being a person to always involve in war. And look at you don't have war. America don't like you. America don't like you. They want to see us getting one another. Now, all the Americans they want to see us killing one another. And this is why Sharon said they think we're stupid. Mm-hmm. But we are not stupid. We're march. We're waiting for peace of mind. We'll go to the embassy. We want justice. Okay. We need to carry all this peaceful march to the embassy, from the executive to the mansion. Mm-hmm. From the mansion to the United States embassy. We need to do that.
Okay.
Look at what it's doing to our president now. All the wickedness has brought down to our president time to show who Liberian we are. This is why we've been praying for the Freedom Station. We say, hey, God help us. Oh, God help our people. Because we wanted a day men were going to win.
Okay.
But then all of you people could go and rest because you people have done your best. You're still doing it. You're still trying to enlighten us day and night. Because our heart have been broken. But we tell God, thank you. The wickedness of Liberians, it is showing nothing, no microscope. We are seeing it clearly.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Alice.
Thank you, Brother Nimle.
Thank you for your amen.
2 years.
Thank you, Alice. Let's take our USA caller as our very last caller. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Morning. Yeah, good afternoon from Liberia.
Oh, good afternoon. Yes, how are you? How you guys doing?
Yeah, we're doing good. Your name and where you join us from?
Justice Ali Masale, Maryland, USA.
Welcome to the show, my dear brother. It's good having you. Let's hear your contribution.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the problem here, you see, there are persons that we are telling those people they're doing everything. Maybe they see that doing those things will be the one that will be the president to say, oh yes, because of such thing, I'm not going to run 2029. That's not going to hold. You see, God in heaven knows. And even though president, we are telling in the church, but I want for him to maybe have some kind of lay press conference where that message will go out. So even the agent will know that what went on, that was not his instruction. See, because the relationship with President America is where, and those people that may undermine the government, the only thing I would say, or Joseph Boakai, those people who in the government and they undermine President he should be legally guarded and managed not to give any of those people position. Because what goes around comes around. You should know that the same thing they get to President they are going to do it to him. So let it be our job. He shouldn't depend on that. They say, oh yeah, those people were the one that did this that got me here today. And they can do the same to get it from there. But all I would tell we the physicians, we should remain supreme to our party and humble to our party, and we should stick together. At 2029, we come back with food and fire. Thank you.
Thank you. That's the voice of Leo Masale there from the USA. Let's take this person as our very, very last caller. Caller, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon. If you don't want to talk, we'll take somebody else. Let me take you this person. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, how are you? Your name is what? Let's hear you, Joanna. You have 1 minute. You are our last caller.
Yes, I want to say, guys, thank you for the time you've been making us to understand everything you people say. We have seen it. For that ambassador like in America, so we are going to treat those people one by one. The honor man they were doing to this president, God is showing them all one by one. And woe unto him. Every dedicated thought they have against him, God will beat them one by one. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And folks, that's all the time we've got to be with you on the Print News. By God's grace, we'll be back here tomorrow. But let me send controls back to the USA where our man Dakpana is. Dakpana, let's hear from you and then we go.
Yeah, Window, I want to say thanks to the callers for calling in and putting the points across. And we will continue to engage with you people. We will not turn our backs on you. We are here for Liberia, and we believe in country. We don't believe in individual. But if an individual is trying to do good things for our country, then we stand with them. But if they are trying to do bad things, we will checkmate them. We'll criticize them, and that's what we will continue to do on this platform. So I want to say thanks to all of you guys for always following and listening. Windia, it's so good being here. Hope that tomorrow Esther won't forget to send me the link because I always love to be on, every time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dakpana. Thanks for everything, and thanks to all of our callers, all of those who sat there and played the listening role. Those of you who are watching. Been watching. I want to say thanks to all of you for this edition of the Print News. And we'll be back here tomorrow at 11 o'clock, same time, same station, God's willing. Until then, do have a pleasant Tuesday and a blessed festive season. Let us all be sensitive with just a few more days to 2024. Dakpana, thanks for taking up your time, and we'll catch up tomorrow.
Okay, thank you too.